Hi guys, hope you guys all had a good Sunday. I hope you all had a good weekend. I know the last video I uploaded was on Friday, and I had planned on doing a video earlier this morning, and I got home pretty late last night. It wasn't really, really late, but it was just, I was so exhausted. Just the drive and everything. Yesterday was crazy for me. I'm not even going to play with you guys. I got up at 5 o'clock. I had planned on getting up at 3. Got up at 5 o'clock and got on the road probably like 5:25. I mean, I literally jumped up, threw my clothes on, and like left. I was trying to get on the road because he's 247 miles away, so bad planning, really, really bad planning. But, and then I couldn't sleep, I guess it was just the excitement of knowing that I was going to get to see him and be in the same space with him. It was crazy. But, oh Lord, these shoes got to come off. So I got down there, and you would think, like, with a prison visit that's scheduled, that it's just smooth sailing when you get up there. Well, I got there, and it was like almost 10 o'clock when I pulled up. And of course, I'm like, do I have the right shirt on? They said no tank tops, but it's so hot. Like, let me see if I can pull like like a sweater or something on over me. And I'm like, I need to cover up, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like in the car, I put one shirt on, and I'm like, I don't like this shirt. I don't like it. So then, I'm out in the parking lot now doing this. I didn't even care. So I put on the one, just a pullover sweater. And then I was like, okay, this'll work. And because I've never been to a prison, y'all. Like the last time that I went, because he was in closed custody, I didn't get to go like into the area where all the other inmates were. So it was just through glass and talking to him on the phone. So we get into the line, and there's some other ladies that are there and some other younger girls that are there. And y'all, if I'm in public, I talk to everybody. Like, I don't care where I'm at, I'm going to talk to you. So, and it's really cool because I started talking to one girl, and she's got her husband in there. I think he's serving like a year. And I started talking to her, and then another girl walked up, and she's like, "Aren't you on YouTube?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh my God, that's so awesome." I'm like, Lord, that's the first time I've ever had anybody say that to me. And I'm all the way down South Florida. Like, it's just funny. So we started talking, and she said, "You crack me up," and blah, 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 blah. So we exchanged phone numbers, and I gave her my Facebook, and I don't know if she's added me over there yet, but I've been on, in and out of Facebook for most of the day. I woke up this morning, just really, really tired. So, but anyhow, so I get there, and the first thing that you want to do is like make sure you got everything that they tell you can bring in there. You can't bring your cell phone in there. You can't bring, they told me to bring driver's license, one car key, and then the paper that he had mailed to me that approved the inside visits. So I'm standing in line, and I guess yesterday morning, whenever I was rushing around in here, I grabbed my other key, the other key that was it's my spare key. So I grabbed it and put it in my pocket. So I'm standing there, and I'm like, man, there's something in my pocket. And I pulled it out, and I'm like, oh Lord, I got 2 keys. And the girl's like, well, they might make you take one back to the car. Well, by then I had 10 other people walk up behind me. So I'm like, I'm about to drop this key in the bushes. But then I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to put it on the key ring. And if they make me take it back, they make me take it back. But they didn't. So you walk into the front, and they make you empty your pockets out. You can't have no more than $50 in cash on you. And it has to be paper, no coins. And then, my driver's license, his paper, and then my car key. And I'm like, oh, I was so nervous. And the girl in front of me, I guess she wasn't dressed appropriately because the guard was like, you have to go change. And I'm like, oh Lord. So you know me, I'm like this, like literally like this, covering everything. And as soon as she told me to take off my sweater, I thought, oh no, they're going to make me undress. And I've never been in there like that, So they make you walk through this thing. Like if you go to most of the courthouses, they have that thing you have to walk through. And it starts beeping. And I said, oh goodness. And I was in a pair of blue jean capris. So I'm thinking it's the zipper, or it's got to be the metal button. And she got her wand thing, and she starts going around you, and then she goes around the front, and y'all ladies, like the bras, it has the metal clasp back there. I'm just trying to just keep it together, and she could tell I was nervous. I told her, I was like, this is so crazy for me. And then she tells me to walk back through again, and of course, by then, I didn't realize you have to go in another room, and there's another search going on. So then you walk through there, and I need some Pepsi, y'all. You walk through there, and they have another girl in the booth. You have to take your driver's license and like stick them up to the glass for her to see them, and then they take your picture, and then this paper prints out, and then it has your picture on it, and it has his picture on it. So then we go through the hallway, and there's 2 by 2, like Noah's Ark. That's all I could think. It was me and this other girl that said that she knew me on YouTube. And we go through there, and then you go in this other room, and then the ladies like take off your shirt, and I froze for a minute. I was like, what? She's like, take off your shirt, and I'm like, oh my goodness. You know what I mean? I don't know her, and I know it's just her job, and she probably does this all day long, but I'm like, oh Lord. So I did. I took off my sweater, and then she's like telling me to like pull my shirt like down. She was all up in my junk, y'all. Like all up in my junk. And I'm like, oh my goodness. The next thing that flashed through my mind, because I watch a lot of prison shows and stuff, was, oh, she's going to make me squat and cough. You know how they do when they lock you up? That's all I could think about. I know that's TMI, but seriously, I was freaking out. So then she done the pat down, and then she told me to take my shoes off, and I had on just a regular pair of Ked shoes, and I took them off, and she's like all down in my shoes, shaking them and feeling around, and I'm like, man. Then she does the full, like from head to toe. You have to take your hair down. My hair's always up. Take your hair down. They're looking in your hair. She's like all up in my ear. She's just from head to toe. Then you have to raise your arms up, and she's doing the pat down like from head to toe, from shoulder to feet. And I'm just like, oh, goodness gracious. Then she gives me back my shoes, and I put my shoes back on, and by then I'm just trying to get all my stuff back in my pockets. Then I come out of that room, and then went into a common area like where all the other inmates were at, and there was a really nice guy. I mean, he was an inmate, but he was standing to the right of me, and he's like, you're nervous, aren't you? I'm like, I'm so nervous right now. So it took him about 25 minutes for Terry to come out, and he walked out of the room, and by then, I'm just sitting there freaking out. I'm like, where in the world is he at? Did he not know I'm not coming? I mean, did they not tell him that I was coming? It's just like a lot of anxiety. But then he walked out, and it was like a 5-hour visit with him, and it was really, really good. It was really, really good. I'm so glad that I went. They're a lot more lenient there. You can walk around with them. You can sit at the tables, or you can go inside. They have vending machines, and they have like a little... I think they called it like a canteen area where you can order food. So we did. We had a long, long talk about a lot of stuff. And he was trying to explain to me some stuff that had happened to him at the other place. And I think at 2 o'clock you have to go back inside. And I did. We went back inside, and we were sitting at the table talking. And it's just a different atmosphere for me because I've never been around other people that are locked up. But... to see like one of the people that he's in the dorm with, they just had a baby like a month ago, his girlfriend did, and he got to see his daughter for the first time. That was really emotional for me because I couldn't imagine it. I mean, the amount of strength that it took probably for her to be in a relationship with him and have her daughter, you know what I mean, and him see his baby for the first time. And I know in society, people, like when you're driving down the road and you see the inmates, you automatically think they're just the worst people in the world, and they're in there for just really, really bad stuff, you know, and some of them are, but then you have some of them that catch charges for something that like in Terry's situation, he should not be serving this kind of a sentence. He should not be serving this kind of a sentence for what he did. Yes, he had an addiction. He broke into some houses and stole some stuff that wasn't his, but you have people out there that are like really, really, really doing bad stuff, and they're getting out. You know what I mean? They're getting out way less sentences than that. So he explained to me the good time served. I guess every month that he stays out of trouble, and for the most part he does. But Terry's kind of like me. We like to bully the bully, you know, and he finds himself in situations trying to defend other people. So. I don't know, but he's promised me he's going to keep his head screwed on straight and just focus on the programs that he's in. That's one good thing that come out of this is he's got a lot of education that he can bring out when he comes out, you know. But it was really an experience that I probably won't ever forget. Totally different atmosphere, the people there, and it's just nothing like I imagined it to be. I was pretty scared, honestly, to go like in a room with a whole bunch of other inmates, not really knowing what to expect, but it was totally the opposite of what I thought, you know what I mean? And it makes me look at things a whole lot differently, that these people that get these visits, they're very, very blessed to have people that care about them to come to those visits. I mean, you had grandmothers, you had daughters, you had sisters, you had brothers, you had girlfriends, you had wives, you know, and it was just, it's an experience that I won't ever forget. The hardest part of the whole visit, though, was having to say goodbye. And I had really wished that I had planned to stay overnight there, where I could have seen him again today, because they have visits every Saturday and Sunday from 9 to 3. So it was hard to say goodbye to him, but, you know, it is what it is right now. He explained the good time served to me. He's got 2 more years left on his sentence. So, you know, I'm going to continue to be there for him, continue to support him and write him in every way that I can. And now that the visits are something that I know now, I'll be a whole lot better going the next time. I'll know what to do and how to handle things, you know. But that drive down there, y'all, I had to go over the Skyway Bridge. The Skyway Bridge and me and the heights and the bridges and all of that, I don't like them. I'm scared to death of bridges anyways. It was a crazy, crazy ride over that bridge, y'all. And I was too scared to let go of the steering wheel to take any pictures, so I ain't got no pictures. And we didn't get a chance to take pictures together because you have to pay for them like before 1 o'clock, and we both were just so excited to see each other that it didn't happen. So I want to try to make plans to go back either next weekend or the weekend after. And I want to do it to where I can bring the kids with me. And I have a friend that lives down there, so I'll be able to hang out with her at her house and just get the visits out of the way. But overall, I'm really, really glad that I went. And even though it took me forever to come home, I'm very, very, very glad that I did go. And it shows me where I'm at. It just settles everything for me on the inside where I'm at with him. And it's great. It's really, really great. It makes me really happy, you know. So just continue with the writing the letters, and continue with the phone calls and our visits, and we'll just see where we go with it, you know. It's different. It is so different. I can't even explain to you how different it is to care about somebody so much and they're behind bars. You know what I mean? I'm not saying relationship, but there's definitely something there, you know. And a lot of people would look at that and go, why would you want to waste your time? I just can't help how I feel. You know what I mean? So overall, it was a great visit. I planned on doing shout outs in this video, but I didn't get a chance to. So I'm probably going to end this and I'll come back and we'll do our shout outs because I don't have project shares to share today. So if you guys give me about 15-20 minutes, let me get this uploaded. I'll be right back with a part 1 shout out and possibly a part 2 shout out for all of the comments. So I will talk to you guys in a little bit. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.